Hey guys, and I'm back again with another review, but this time it's gonna be the manga review of Bokura ga Ita. So Bokura ga Ita is a shoujo beat manga, and that means it's mostly contemporary, or it appeals to girl teens. Now the ratings here, I've noticed, are rated for older teen, which usually isn't the case for shoujo beat mangas, but I didn't really understand why it was rated as older teen because I've seen the live action and there wasn't really anything for them to do that rating, but when I read these 4 books I understood why. So I definitely wouldn't be recommending this for younger teens, but only for older teens. Now Bokura ga Ita talks about a girl who gets transferred into high school for her freshman year, and she's 15 years old, but then there's this guy who she instantly crushes on. Now the whole insta-love thing in mangas is a very typical thing, and the way that they portray it is that it's not really insta-love, but it's more like girl sees guy and then she crushes on him, and I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Most mangas have that for shoujo mangas, so I have no problem with that. What I have a problem of is how obsessive she got with him. And I just felt like the first 50 pages, and trust me, 50 pages takes you like less than 10 minutes to read for a manga, and the first 50 pages, basically she declares her love to him, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really what I want, or I don't think that's really realistic. And the guy that she's crushing on is called Motoharu Yano, and he has a lot of history, and the history is that his girlfriend died a year ago in a car accident and he's still dealing with that. So Nanami Takashi isn't the only girl who's crushing on him, because Motoharu Yano is a very popular guy in high school, but he still notices her and you get a lot of scenes with them. So it's not like as if it's her crushing on him from far for a couple of volumes, but it's like kind of a really quick kind of drama, and I was okay with that. I didn't really enjoy the first manga as much. I gave it 3.5 stars because I told you of the very progressive plotline, but when I started the second one, it reminded me of the live action, and I was like, okay, we're back on track. Like, I'm liking this. It's slowing the pace and it's getting better, and we're getting more backstory about some of the characters, but not as much. It's still concentrated on Takahashi's crush and how she needs to get through to Yano that she likes him and that he should like her back. But yeah, I still ended up giving this one 3.5. The third volume is when things get really good, and that's a volume when you get the full backstory about some of the characters. And I do know that some people who read this volume and knew the whole full history behind Yano's way or whatever, a lot of them dropped this manga because of it. But honestly, it's not really something that's horrible for me to do that, so I just continued on reading. And it's still centered around the both of them. I personally, for shoujo mangas, I prefer to read more, not just about the main couple, but also the friends and them taking field trips and all that, because shoujo mangas usually have a lot of humor and I enjoy that. But for this one, I feel like it's more angsty and more like, it's very heavy compared for usual shoujo mangas, to be honest. And I've read a couple. I've read like Lovely Complex, Parfait Tech, and Coco Debut, so this is a bit different, but I'm okay with. And there's a lot of scenes here, to be honest, that is the reason why it is labeled for older teens, and it's mostly just not really in the pictures, but it's in the way in what they talk about and stuff. So I was pretty surprised for a shoujo beat manga to talk about things like that. Maybe I'm just outdated and I haven't read a manga in a very long time, so I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. So I read the last manga, or the last volume in what I'm talking about, which is the fourth volume in the Bokura ga Ita series, and this one was just unbelievably full of angst. Like a lot of things get revealed, a lot of secrets get revealed, and you find out more about some of the secondary characters that don't really make you like them more. But at the same time, I don't really like the way Yano is. I really liked him more in the live action, but in here he has a one-track mind, and that makes me dislike him a bit. because I really loved him in the live action, and Ikuta Toma acted in that, and I love Ikuta Toma. I've seen him in Hanakimi and I really enjoyed his acting, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna like Yano here, but Yano is a bit too boyish, I guess, in the way that he thinks. Like, I wish some of the things that he thinks he would keep it in his mind without really telling us, because it makes me dislike him more. But the ending of this manga was very shocking. I didn't expect that. So I'm really excited to pick the next one. However, I do have to say that this drama isn't struggle-free. I struggled a bit not in how I can finish it or how fast I can read it, but it's just in how realistic some of the plotline is, or how likable some of the characters are. But I do really like Takahashi, even though sometimes I think she's a bit too innocent or a bit too forgiving for her own good. I wish that she wouldn't be as forgiving. I want to see more of the friends or the friendships between the girls, or just Yano and his friends, but we don't really get that, and I think those 2 or 3 things are what I have a problem with. However, I liked the ending of the 4th volume, and I thought it was unexpected for a typical shoujo manga, and I'm hoping to continue on reading with this. I'm definitely going to continue on with this, and after I finish volumes 5 to 8, I will be doing another review, updating you guys if I change my opinion about some things, or if I'm continuing on with it or dropping it or whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review for this manga, and I hope what I said makes you want to pick it up. However, don't be afraid of what I thought were some issues I had. I just want you guys to just pick up the 1st or 2nd and, you know, make your own or form your own opinions, and that's it. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.